Vitalik Buterin just published a new research finding to make Ethereum more scalable. It is called the RISC-V, which is currently the main topic of the Ethereum community. But what is it exactly? And how will this impact the overall Ethereum ecosystem? And also, will Vitalik have time to work on it? Well, let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to Republic Labs YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about the new RISC-V, which is currently the main topic of the Ethereum community, especially the developers. So as you can see here, Vitalik Buterin just published a new research finding on the Ethereum Editions platform. The research is called Long-Term L1 Execution Layer Proposal to replace the EVM with RISC-V. So if you haven't heard of the RISC-V, it is essentially an instruction set architecture, which is the system that helps connect software and hardware so that your devices can run stuff on it. It is essentially proposed to be a replacement for the EVM, which is the Ethereum Virtual Machine. If you don't know, the Ethereum Virtual Machine is the system that helps you run smart contracts on Ethereum. And now Vitalik Buterin is proposing a new system to help smart contracts run more efficiently on Ethereum. So as you might know, currently, Ethereum has a transaction speed of 30 transactions per second, which is quite low in comparison to other L1 blockchains that is live in the market. Most Layer 1 blockchains currently run on 5,000 up to 60,000 transactions per second, which is quite more scalable than Ethereum. So the RISC-V is proposed to make Ethereum more competitive in the current L1 space. In terms of scalability, the new proposed system will not only help Ethereum process more transactions faster, but also will make it cheaper. As you might know, currently Ethereum gas fees can be quite high. But it all depends on the transaction volume of Ethereum. The more transactions there are, usually the higher the gas fees. This is a scalability problem, which is why Vitalik Buterin proposed the RISC-V as the new system for Ethereum. Now, a lot of people are confused as to how this will be implemented, as this means the current system of the EVM standard might be replaced. So as you can see here in the proposal, Vitalik Buterin gave an explanation on how the implementation will be done. He explained that the implementation can be done in 3 ways. The first one is a dual system. As you can see here, he explained that the least disruptive is to support 2 VMs or virtual machines and allow contracts to be written in either one. This means that Ethereum will have 2 systems, one running with the Ethereum virtual machine and another with the RISC-V. As an analogy, this can be the same as having 2 operational systems on your laptop, such as Windows and Linux. This means you, as your computer or laptop user, can choose between Windows and Linux according to your needs. The second approach is to implement an emulator system. As you can see here, he stated that a more radical approach from a protocol perspective is to convert existing EVM contracts into contracts that call an EVM interpreter contract written in RISC-V that runs their existing EVM code. This means that the proposed implementation plan will have EVM smart contracts be emulated into the standard of the RISC-V. To better understand this can be the same as running a PS1 game on your laptop through an emulator. As you might know, a lot of games, especially older games, are not available to be played with. This is because previously, a lot of those old games can only be run on their devices, which are also old. An example is PlayStation 1. Previously, you can only play PlayStation 1 games on your PlayStation 1. But now you can use an emulator to play those games on your laptop. This is similar to the second option of implementation, where the old smart contracts with the EVM standards can be run on the RISC-V system through an emulator or an interpreter. The third option is to create an inherent interpreter. As you can see here, he stated that an intermediate route is to do the second option, but create an explicit protocol feature for it. Basically, enshrine the concept of a virtual machine interpreter and require its logic to be written in RISC-V. To better understand this is similar to having one console that can run multiple operational systems and games on it. This means that you have one console that is able to run Xbox games, PlayStation games, Nintendo games, Windows, Linux, and others. This sounds like a dream, right? Which is why the third option is the most complicated one. Now currently, all of this proposal is still in research, but people are concerned towards its impact on L2 ecosystem, especially the L2 Ethereum ecosystem. As you can see here, according to data from L2Beat, there are currently a lot of Layer 2 solutions that is helping the Ethereum ecosystem, which is why the implementation of the RISC-V might impact a lot of it. This is because all of these Layer 2 solutions is running on EVM standards. This means that if the RISC-V is implemented, all of these L2 solutions might have to change how it communicates with Ethereum. Also, another question that pops up is that, will Vitalik Buterin have time to work on this implementation? This is because a lot of people are worried that he might not be able to do research and run the Ethereum Foundation at the same time, especially after its change of leadership on March 2025. One of the co-executive director of the Ethereum Foundation has made a statement on Twitter stating that currently Vitalik Buterin is appointed to do more research and innovation rather than running the Ethereum Foundation. This is why Vitalik Buterin will have time to do more research, and he is already getting busy. Aside from that, the co-executive director from Ethereum Foundation also mentioned that Ethereum is currently focusing on layer 1 scalability, which is why research is important. So currently, Vitalik Buterin is already appointed to do more research. And aside from the RISC-V, he had also came out with the privacy roadmap to make Ethereum more private. There are 9 highlights to these findings, but it all can be summed up into 3 points. The first one is to bring more privacy into on-chain transactions. The second one is to unblock all the blocked transactions that are private on Ethereum. The third one is to make privacy more accessible for Ethereum users. Because currently, while privacy is inherent in the on-chain infrastructure, it is not cheap, which is why its roadmap is designed to make privacy cheaper on Ethereum. So overall, Ethereum is doing more innovation and research to make its ecosystem better. And this is good, because it's slowly losing its dominance to other blockchains like Solana. With all of this happening, it might regain its dominance. But for now, all of these are still plans. So all we need to do now is just wait for everything to be realized. Well, that's all the information I have today. If you guys like contents like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you guys are notified when we next upload. Cheers, guys!